Hey YouTube, LT Power here. Just thought I'd make my first YouTube video and put it out there. I've been into the whole survival preparedness thing for the past couple years, and it's very interesting stuff on YouTube. And my favorite videos to see are those EDC everyday carry videos or pocket dumps, whatever you might call them. And I just thought I'd go ahead and put one out on my own. And let me know what you guys think. So let's get started. First things first, I guess. Is the wristwatch. I never leave home without a wristwatch. Whenever I do, I feel pretty naked, if on the off chance that I forget it or I run outside to my car for something. Anyways, it's got a G-Shock right here, and it's, I forget what model number it is. It ran about $100 when I got it. It's solar powered, atomic, and it's been through the ringer. I'm the guy who does the Tough Mudders, the Warrior Dashes, stuff like that. Always wearing this watch. Been in the field, in the military. It's always been my go-to watch for the field. Things like that. I have a Suunto too, but for some reason this watch is the one that gets all the wear. The Suunto is a little heavier, a little bit more uncomfortable. And nothing but good things to say about this watch. It's solar powered and atomic, so I don't have to worry about daylight savings times, changing the battery, anything like that. The battery will last forever. And moving on, I guess first I'll talk about the clothes I generally wear for EDC. I'm pretty much wearing t-shirt pants every day. Nothing special, no shirt over the shirt. Wearing a little semi-form-fitting t-shirt usually, things like that. The only time I'm wearing shorts usually is when I'm running out to the gym or going for a jog or things like that. But anyways, moving on. The pants themselves, these are the Vertex Operator or whatever. They're more discreet pants. And they're probably the best pants out there for looking as normal as possible while having all those pockets and stuff. All the pockets are sewn on the inside of the pants instead of the outside, so it's not like you're bulging with all these flaps, you know, opening it up and things like that. There's no Velcro on them or anything. There's got little zippered pockets on the inside, little pocket organizers inside the cargo pocket. But anyways, great pair of pants. Nothing but good things to say about them. Good material. There's a 60-40 ripstop material. This Teflon stain resistant. And then the belt. Belt's a really important part of the EDC. This is the, I just got this one in not too long ago. It's the Biothane, I believe, Super Bio belt. A couple different manufacturers sell it. Really strong, sturdy, stiff belt. Synthetically manufactured, so it's a little cheaper than the elephant hide belts or bull hide belts, things like that. Little Paul Revere buckle. Usually I don't like flashy buckles, but been getting used to this one, and ended up kind of liking it. So enough about that. So what do I have? You got your standard stuff, your cell phone, which is actually recording this right now. Got my wallet, standard stuff, little just normal leather wallet, carries cash cards, things like that. And then moving on to the keys, which I usually keep in a right cargo pocket or somewhere on my right side. You've got, I put them on a lanyard. Little glow in the dark strand here. It's kind of nice to have, but doesn't really get used much because it's never gets to charge. It's always in a pocket or something like that. Other than my keys, my house keys, my car keys, got a little pair of nail clippers over here. Nice to have because whenever I do need clip nails, I tend not to have them clipped, and I need a nail clipper. So it's nice to always have one on you. Swiss utility key. It's got the Phillips head and a little knife on it. As you can see, the knife is pretty useless. I've used it as a flathead though once or twice, and just nice having it. I got the Rescue Me Quick Detach, which I think everyone should have one of these on their keychains. Not in your car, not in your center console, you know, on your keychain, simply because it'll be readily accessible in the event of emergency where your car is getting submerged or something like that. Put this tip up against the window. It's going to shatter that glass, safety glass, and it also has that little eraser in there for cutting through seat belts, denim, anything like that. You need an emergency. Good thing to have. I recommend getting the bright colors, so in a case of a stressful emergency, you can reach for it, grab it, use it. I've got the True Utility, you know, little rendition of a peanut lighter. I like this. It's pretty much the same lighter if you look inside. The peanut lighters are. Unlike a Zippo, they don't go out after a week or two where you got to refill the lighter fluid. This is it's worked great. I've used it a bunch of times in the past couple of weeks, never had to refill, so good stuff. Other than that, it's pretty standard stuff. Compact enough that it'll just go into a cargo pocket. I like the lanyard for pulling it right out. But that's the keys. Now for light source, I just carry the regular Preon 2. It's a little older edition, or older than the ones that just came out. So really slick. Probably going to put some skateboard tape on it eventually. I've been saying that for a long time now. Never got around to it. I got some loom tape on there. And it does help with the grip some. It's not as slippery as this anodized aluminum. And it's got the 3 modes, the low, medium, high. I wish I could just kind of set it on a mode, which you can't do because I generally never take it off the medium mode. But I used to have a microstream, which is a good light. But this is heads and shoulders above that, and it works great. I usually keep that clip down here in my left pocket. And then I guess we'll get into, in my left cargo pocket I usually keep a little first aid kit, if you can even call it that, more like first aid items. And it's got, alcohol swab, a little bit of burn cream, ibuprofen, aspirin, band-aids, nothing serious, something to get you through the day, things like that. And of course a pen, which is soon to be replaced by a Fisher Trekker to go on the keychain, but always carry some sort of pen. This is a permanent map marker that I've used on laminate and things like that. Alright, moving on. Let's get to the more fun stuff, I guess. I carry a utility blade in my back pocket. Right now, I just got the CRKT Ken Onion Ripple, which is a beautiful blade. Awesome for fondling, things like that. Really razor sharp off the out the box, but I haven't been carrying it long enough to do a full-on review. Then we got the Mini CQC8 as the more self-defense oriented blade. It's the Horseman. Great blade. Only difference on it is I put a convex grind on it. Well, I didn't. I sent it in to Josh from Razor's Edge Knives, who for $10 reprofiles an edge. So great knife. I like it even better without the chisel grind. Now just a little something to talk about utility blades. I got a couple different options. Kershaw Scallion Damascus. This blade actually I've never even carried. Just thought I'd bring it out to show you. It's a nice blade. Rusts really easily. Haven't even taken to any really harsh humid environments, but I guess out here it's a little bit humid down in the south. But I'll go ahead and say I'll probably even sell this blade soon, simply because I don't carry it. And you got the Bradley Alias 2. Now I've put this one through the ringer, used it in the field a bunch of times. It's got the anodized aluminum, which scratches pretty easy, but I don't really care much about that. S30V steel. Holds a good working edge for a long time. Same thing, say the Benchmade Emissary 470 assisted. I've taken this out to the field on kind of like a whim, just had to grab a knife, forgot to take a knife once for a training exercise, grabbed this as I was leaving. And it didn't work out too well, because when you're in an Abrams tank, this thing falls out of your pocket, pretty much safety. I mean, I never utilize the safety, so pretty much falls out of your pocket, lands on the ground, and just you got an open blade just on there in the bottom of the tank. Alright, and moving on, we're talking about the tactical blade, so I got the Horseman. It's my current favorite right now, but a couple other options. One that I'm going to give more pocket time to, Zero Tolerance 780. Great knife. Well, it seems like a great knife. It's got the glass breaker on the bottom, S30V steel, liner lock. Spyderco Military. Nothing to say about this knife that hasn't been said already. Got the normal black G10, same S30V. Multi-tool. I don't have one on me, but actually, let's hold up for a minute. First thing, EDC, what I'm carrying. It's pretty much everything except, oh yeah, little firearm out here, action back here. You got the Springfield XDS. It's loaded. Don't bother trying to safety check me or anything, because I just don't give a shit. I've fired a couple hundred rounds through it. Worked pretty reliably. It's the bi-tone version. As of right now, I mean, it's a great gun. It works when it fires. It's not the most enjoyable gun to shoot for me, But it's my first 45. But from what I hear, that for a 45 and of this size, it shoots really well. And coming back to the multi-tool, it's a Gerber 400. I use this out in the field a lot. Leathermans, I think, are head and shoulders above in quality. I got a Leatherman at CS4 sitting around somewhere. This one's been through the ringer a little bit. Black oxide's wearing off. It's got your typical knife, tools, Phillips screwdrivers, stuff like that. But for a beat-up multi-tool, this is usually the one I wear to work. It's great. It works fine, does what I ask it to do. But I don't usually carry this when I'm not at work. Another good mentionable knives is the Cold Steel Micro Recon. Sometimes if I just walking out grabbing one knife out of the house, it'll be this one, because this is like my little beat up knife. This one's been through the ringer. I use it for whittling, all sorts of stuff, prying, all sorts of stuff you shouldn't use a knife for, and it's as solid as ever. It's got a little bit of blade play side to side, but I could adjust that easily. But that triad lock is probably the most solid lock out of all of them. I have a little bit of duct tape right here simply because I've got my name on this knife, and they like to say to the Army, there's only one thief in there, everyone else is just trying to get their stuff back, right? And then also I want to mention the Benchmade 915 Triage. This knife I don't actually ever carry. It's just sitting in the center console of my car. It's got that carbide tip glass grip breaker. I mean, the Rescue Me, it's for me. And if I got a passenger or something needs to get out, they can reach in and grab this. The blade's always sharp. Never really used it that much. And it's got that little rescue hook on it too. Great knife. A lot of uses for that. And then for a final thing, the other handgun I used to carry a lot more than this is the HKP 30L. Recently got in one of the the Nate Squared Tactical. This is pretty much the only way to carry this weapon. This grippy little texture, even though it has the nicest grip of any handgun I've ever held. This grippy texture is pretty rough on the skin. On your skin wearing it, not while you're shooting it. But this is a great way to carry it for a gun this size. It's the best way to try to make it disappear. It's a big gun. It's pretty much my home defense gun. This is the one I got loaded on the nightstand. And it's just great feel. No rattle from an HK. The trigger's got its issues, but that's HK for you. But otherwise, it's really accurate. Things like anything you could ask from a handgun, this one's got it. It was actually my first handgun, so I got a little spoiled. And it's kind of like knives, you can get a Cold Steel and it'll work great, do everything you ask it to do, stay sharp for a reasonable amount of time. But I mean, there's something nicer about getting a higher end Benchmade or Spyderco or even a Chris Reeve, something like that, just fondling with, just feels better in the hand. But anyways, that's my EDC. Let me know what you guys think, any critiques, criticisms. Love to hear what you guys carry. LT Power signing out.